Have you ever seen something that you know shouldn't be there? Something that defies all logic? In a small, forgotten town, that's exactly what happened. No one in the village could remember when the house appeared. It wasn't on any old maps, it wasn't in any property deeds, and even the oldest residents had no memory of it. It was just there. One morning, at the end of a dirt road where only a dry field and dead trees had stood before, the house was small, made of dark wood, with a single window and a door that never seemed to close completely. But the most disturbing thing wasn't its appearance. It was the sign hammered into the ground in front of it, written in crooked, unsettling letters, a horror story with an interesting ending. Only one person dared to go inside, Matteo. He was a writer, or at least he was trying to be. He'd been struggling with writer's block for years, without a single decent idea. When he saw that sign, he felt a strange pull, as if someone had written those words specifically for him. He pushed the door open. Inside, the house was completely empty. There was no furniture, no dust, no cobwebs, just a single table in the center of the room, and on it an old notebook and a pen. The first page read, "Right, the story has already begun." Matteo laughed nervously. He thought it must be a joke, maybe some kind of weird art installation. But when he sat down and picked up the pen, his hand started to move on its own. He wrote about a man who enters a house that shouldn't exist. Every word sent a chill down his spine because he was describing exactly what he had just experienced, even thoughts he hadn't spoken aloud. He tried to get up, but he couldn't. The chair felt like it was nailed to the floor. The notebook continued to fill up. He wrote about strange noises coming from the walls, about whispers that repeated his name, about a presence standing right behind him. And then he heard them for real. The house groaned. The window slammed shut. A hot breath grazed the back of his neck. Matteo started writing frantically, desperately trying to create a happy ending. He tried to write that he woke up, that it was all a dream, that he ran out of the house and it vanished behind him. But the pen stopped moving. A new sentence appeared on the page, written in a handwriting that wasn't his. "You don't decide the ending." The lights he hadn't even noticed before went out. Matteo screamed, but no one could hear him. The house fell silent once more. The next morning, the field was empty again. There was no house. There was no dirt path. There was only an old notebook left on the ground, open to the last page. The sign, now hammered into the dirt next to it, had a new message, a horror story with an interesting ending, based on a true story. And if you're listening to this, maybe the story isn't over yet. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy stories that get under your skin, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Let me know in the comments what you think happened to Matteo. Until next time, stay curious.